for queer children, no matter how old we are, there is always the greatest, well, for me anyway, the greatest fear would be that my parents, who I love, would not love me anymore, or would, and so I think that creates internally for any queer child of any age, a fear of telling our parents. And so I had been out for many years before I actually, got the courage to tell my mother, but the way I approached it was I first told my sister, and then my sister, I think, told my mother, and then I told my mother, and my mother said, I know. And I think, like many parents, they might, from a young age, when their child is from a young age, might already have some idea. And then it's like, how do you even talk about it? And how does the parent assure their child, like Peter had said, he would never not support his children. But as a child, you don't know that. So when I told my mother, I have to say it just allowed us to really speak openly with each other. And I can actually direct you to a KTSF video that's on the internet, where when I got married in 2010, when we were finally the third time around able to get married legally, my mother came to the court, San Francisco City Hall, and KTSF interviewed my mother in Chinese and asked her, how do you feel about your daughter marrying another woman? And in Chinese, my mother said, I'm in my 70s. I'm almost 80. I have 6 children. Now all of my children are in a happy marriage. And so my mother said this in Chinese, and what parent doesn't want their children to be happy, of any age?